Hello everyone and welcome to my Melbourne Cup Day 2021 preview. Make sure to tune in for the whole video because it's going to be a belter. I'm going to tip you some winners and we're going to get started with race 1, which is the Maribyrnong Plate. Race 1 is the Maribyrnong Plate for the 2-year-olds over the 1,000 metres down the Flemington Straight. Renosu is the $4.20 favourite ahead of Brereton at $4.40. They've both raced before. This is a recent Flemington jump out of Quinlan. It won this jump out, was given just a little click up, raced away and was too strong. This was the second fastest heat for the morning. The fastest heat was won by Yulong Command, and we know how fast that is. That was only 0.3 seconds faster, so this horse has run a fast time. Gate 1's not ideal, but it'll be close to the rails, which is what 2-year-olds like. Brett Preble goes on. That's a good booking. He's in good form, and I think it's over the odds at $9.50, Quinlan. The raced ones haven't been flash either. Brereton came out of a slowly rated race, so it's hard to get a gauge on where it is. It might come out in Bolton, we don't know. Renosu's going to be charging home from the back, was in the Brereton race, couldn't get past Brereton. Lassars had a bit of a gut buster on debut, but it's in there for fourth. I've gone Quinlan in the first race, the Maribyrnong Plate. Race 2 is a benchmark 96 over the 2,800 metres. Accountability is the $4.20 favourite ahead of Will John at $4.40, both coming out of the same race, the two favourites. This is a recent effort of Savvy Valentino up in Sydney in the Collins Stephen. This race was won by Torrens. It looked to have it won Savvy Valentino, and it just got run over the line by Torrens. They gap third, which is what I really like. From gate 4 can settle midfield or just off midfield. Rachel King's in outstanding form. Why would Bjorn Baker bring it down here? He must think it has some quality. I think Savvy Valentino's over the odds at $7.50. I think that's the right form line for this race. Accountability comes out of the Caulfield race on 1,000 Guineas Day. We'll get back and be charging home late for Damien Oliver. Long Arm will get back and be charging home as well. I think it came out of the Geelong Cup, did okay. Will John's going to put itself on speed and do very, very well. But I've gone 13 the win on Savvy Valentino and 18 the win on Accountability for race 2. Race 3 is the annual Greys race, the benchmark 90 over the 400 metres for the grey horses. Who Say is the $3.10 favourite ahead of Not To Be Missed at $6, and they're the two favourites. This was one of the hardest races of the day, and a race I'm probably not looking forward to because I couldn't tip one on top with confidence. This is Who Say's recent jump out. It went to the line okay. The leader was pretty good, and Who Say was just starting to warm up late. If it's a fast speed on the weekend, I reckon Who Say won't be winning this race. But if they somehow go slow and it develops into a bit of a sin sprint, I reckon Who Say's the one to beat. I just ended up going who I thought was the best horse in the race, and that's Who Say. I couldn't tip anything to beat it. Excelman's got good form. First up, it does pretty well, but the good 3 surface might not help it. Naval Envoy's never won past benchmark 70 level. It's a benchmark 90 on the weekend, but it'll put itself on speed and run well. Not To Be Missed has to carry the 60 kilos, but it's been racing well, and Mr. Tipler can win with Nash Rawiller in the saddle, but I'm with Who Say in the Greys race. Race 4 is the listed Furphy Plate over the 1,800 metres. Lord Vladivostok is the $3.70 favourite ahead of Skyman at $5 and Charlize is at $6. Lord Vladivostok, this was its run in the Murray Bridge Cup. It ran third in this race. It was solid. It was stopping on the line. This is a good form reference. Regalo Di Gaetano has come out of this race and won at Morphettville just yesterday. Just this time in, there's a little bit of a query up to the 1,800 metres, but I think it can settle outside the leader off a slow speed and can really sprint home. I can see Lord Vladivostok on the winner's sheet of the Furphy Plate, so it's on top. Skyman will settle probably midfield in the run, and it just needs clear luck in running. Groovy Kinda Love is way up in class, but with the lightweight can run well. Best of Days has to carry 60 kilos, but it's the classiest horse in the field, and Papalino showed some potential. It's going to be running on well, but I've gone Lord Vladivostok in the Furphy Plate race 4 at Flemington. Race 5 is a benchmark 90 over the 1,400 metres. Frankie Pino is the $3.50 favourite ahead of Blondeau at $4.20, $6.50 there for Lakeen. Pindarroch, this was its recent win, a benchmark 86 over 1200 metres at Morphettville. I really like Pindarroch on Tuesday. It's paying $9.50. It's won 6 from 7 in its career. It should have probably been undefeated. The only time it got beaten was on a heavy 10. It didn't appreciate the heavy conditions. It's basically never been beaten before, and it's only going from a benchmark 86 to a benchmark 90. It's probably a stronger class race, and this is the strongest it's contested in some time, but Craig Williams will put it on speed, and I think it can race away. It should be much shorter in my markets. $10 the win on Pindarroch. Frankie Pino, it'll get a long way back again, but Kerrin McEvoy will wind it up and give it a good ride. Lakeen from Gate 5 will get a position for Damien Oliver. It'll be doing its best. Ocean Beyond's drawn a tad wide. It'll need to find a position, but if it does, it comes right into calculations. Pindarroch, I think, deserves to be much shorter in the benchmark 90. Race 6 is a 3-year-old set weights plus penalties race over the 1,000 metres. Up the top, Profiteer is the $2.60 favourite ahead of Enthar at $3.30, and they're the two best horses in the race, we can all agree. Profiteer, this was his Blue Sapphire Stakes run, got beaten about 2.5 to Extreme Warrior, but beat third by 2.5 lengths. Extreme Warrior came out of this race, was disappointing in the Coolmore stud, but Scissor Step ran well behind Generation. Profiteer loves the straight track. From Gate 4 will put itself on speed. J-Mac going on is an absolute glorious bonus for me, and I think it can beat Enthar, and Profiteer can get back to winning ways this preparation. Enthar, it showed a lot of potential in its first and second preparation, failed in the Blue Diamond, but 1,000 metres I reckon is up its alley. Keep Reading, the same trainers, Richard and Chantal Jolly won this race last year, and Craig Williams rode it last year, so the same happens again with Keep Reading. I've got in there for third. Super Thief for Ben and JD Hayes can run well as well on speed, but I'm with Profiteer to win race 6. Race 7 is the big one, the Group 1 Melbourne Cup over the 3,200 metres. Incentivise is the $2.30 favourite ahead of Spanish Mission at $9.50. $12 for Very Elegant. Twilight Payment up the top is at $13. On the other page, we've got Charlie Rose at $15, $19 for Floating Artist, and $21 for Grand Promenade. There's a couple of horses out of the Caulfield Cup that's running in the Melbourne Cup, more than a couple, about 5 or 6. I've just decided to highlight Incentivise because it was dominant on this occasion. I'm with him in the Melbourne Cup. I reckon it's time to get on. I haven't been on him all preparation, but now I'm convinced. From Gate 16, it'll put itself on speed. Hopefully it finds cover, and I just want to feel that winning feeling if Incentivise wins. It's been so good all preparation, and if it wins, it'll just be a world-class horse. So 35 the win on Incentivise. Charlie Rose, if you're not willing to tip Incentivise, I hardly advise Charlie Rose. I reckon it's overs at $15. I got 10 the win on it. Twilight Payment, last year's winner, has an extra weight, but I think is coming into this race better than ever. John McNeil sticks with it at $13, and Floating Artist was unlucky in the Moonee Valley Gold Cup last start, can run well in the Melbourne Cup, but I think Incentivise and Charlie Rose are the two horses to follow. Race 8 is the Group 3 Hong Kong Jockey Club Stakes over the 1,400 metres. Promise of Success and April Rain head the market, $2.80 and $4 respectively, both down from Sydney. This is Promise of Success last run. It went to the line, and you can just see how it went through its gears and absolutely powered away late. J-Mac on is I just love J-Mac. Did you see him on Derby Day? He rode 4 winners. He's absolutely outstanding. He's going to get everything out of Promise of Success. It's probably going to be buried on the inside. We'll need some J-Mac magic, but I reckon J-Mac knows what to do. If it goes through its gears like it did here, it should be winning this race. La Mexicana, up to the 1,400 metres might suit it, but it might not. I think it's over the odds at $9.50 considering it's a classy horse. April Rain coming down from Sydney can definitely win. Gate 2, Kerrin McEvoy can easily run well. And Rich Hips, 1,400 metres right up its alley. Flemington right up its alley. It'll be running on well. I think Nashville Will is riding it, so it'll be running well. But I think Promise of Success is the way to go in race 8. Race 9 is the listed Tab Trophy over the 1,800 metres for the 3-year-old. Spirit of Gaylord is the $3.80 favourite, and on the other page, Maracana is at $5. This is Maracana's last start effort in the Phillies Classic at Moonee Valley on Cox Plate Day. This was an okay run, pretty good run, I must say, coming from the back. It's probably where you wanted to be on the day. It went through its gears okay. The form from the other horses coming into this race isn't overly strong, so Maracana's probably got the strongest form heading into this race. Draws perfect from gate 9, can get on the outside of horses, and hopefully is suited by Flemington, can come home well. Onology is my second pick. It's the other one that I think can run very, very well for Matty Williams. I've got 20 the win on Maracana and 10 the win on Onology. Spirit of Gaylord, the favourite, will be running on well from the back, and I can see why it's the favourite. And Zoom On at a price $14 for Glen Boss will go to the front, give itself every chance. Maracana and Onology in race 9. Race 10 is the MSS Security Sprint over the 1200 metres. Curran is the $4.60 favourite ahead of Pandemic at $7, and Quantico is at $5. Pandemic, this was its last start effort in the Caulfield Village behind Lombardo. Lombardo's a pretty classy horse, and Pandemic nearly should have beaten it on this occasion. Again, as I've said time and time again, J-Mac on glorious booking. It draws gate 17, so it'll be getting back on the outside, and hopefully J-Mac can finish the day with a bang and make me happy. I think Pandemic's the way to go. Stays in Melbourne. It's a classy horse. It's never run a bad race in its career. The straight track shouldn't bother it at all. So I reckon Pandemic's the way to go. Quantico just draws the wrong part of the track in gate 1, but it's bringing some good form down from Sydney for Karen McAvoy. Prime Candidate will be out in front. Not sure it will appreciate the straight. I think it's more of a turning on the bend horse, but it's in there. And Rubasaki won't be suited to the good 3 surface, but can run well. Thanks for watching my Melbourne Cup Day preview. I hope I back you a winner. I hope you back a winner yourself. See you later.